Front cover. Centrally on the front cover, there is a set of lips in white. The motif of the lips is a reclamation, pseudo-comic glance at 1970s tinged representation of lust, but can also be seen as a romantic pout in a simpler guise. The lips are large, just a few millimetres smaller in height and width than a £5 note. The width between the corners of the lips is 119 millimetres. At the widest point from top to bottom, the lips measure 60 millimetres. They are not solid white. Instead, they consist of white outlines, with the hazy reds and pinks that make up the cover background visible between them. The lips are full, with a deep bow on the top lip and a curved lower lip. Between the two lips is a gap, similar in shape to a depiction of an eye, an oval with two pointed ends on its shortest sides. There are 3 different font types on the front cover, in 4 different sizes. The cover title sits within the lips. The layout of the letters curves slightly to fit with the upward curve of the upper lip and the downward curve of the lower lip. Hyper on the upper lip aligned centrally, with the P just below the bow. On the bottom lip, Love. The title font is Bastilleur in size 36 in black capitalised letters. It has a curved appearance with minimal straight lines visible. Each letter is bold, with every corner and turn spilling over itself in a bulbous fashion, evoking a feeling of mysticism, folklore, and a dreamlike state. The author's name, Naomi Morris, is placed centrally between the lips and the bottom of the cover over 2 lines. The font is the same as the title in both font style and size. The N of Naomi and the M of Morris are capitalised. The rest of her name is in lowercase. Centrally between the top of the top lip and the top of the page, there is a quote written over 4 lines in white font. It reads, "Simmering at the lovelorn altar with Simone Weil, Angel Olsen, and Instagram, Hyperlove explores the absolute dirty secret of desire's imperative. Maria Sledmere." The quote is in a font called Maple at size 10, with exaggerated quotation marks in the same font, in size 15. The quote author's name is written in the same font, in bold and size 11.5. The Makina book's poetry logo is in the top right corner, close to the top right of the cover. The whole logo is white, with Makina written within the outline of one circle, and poetry written in the outline of a circle directly below the one at the top. The font is Pragmatica bold, in size 11.5. The circles overlap like the circles in a Venn diagram. Each is the size of a 1p piece. The red and pink background is visible beyond the thin outlines of the circles and the writing. Appearing to move like layered chiffon or silk, the hazy reds and pinks that make up the cover background are visible beyond the many outlines and different fonts of the front cover. Above the quote and the Makina poetry logo, the background is predominantly white, with flecks of pink and red moving through it like static on an old TV screen. This fades into a deep and bright red, almost neon in its intensity. Behind the quote, Makina poetry logo and down to just above the top lip. Behind the lips and the title, the background moves back into the hazy white, looking pale pink as the flecks of red and hot pinks dapple across it. Running across the bottom lip, from side to side, down to the author's name, the colours return predominantly to red, with dashes of orange and brown over to the right side. Curving through the author's name and beyond, down to the bottom of the page, the colour shifts back to white with flecks of orange. At the left of the front cover, there is a scored indent that runs from the top of the page to the bottom and is around 6.5 millimetres from the left of the cover.